Pham.
Demos la bienvenida al obispo Michael Pham de la diócesis de San Diego.
Son del 82.
Morning.
¿Cuántos años le llevas?
It is good for me to be here with you today. Can you hear me?
¿Cuántos años? Bueno, ¿cuántos años se lleva él? 7.
I believe all of us
Ah, del
here
82.
today understand in a very personal way that life is a precious gift. There was once a winning essay written by a second grader named Kelly Howe. She reflected simply and beautifully on her own life as a gift from God. She wrote, "God made me a special person. God made us each different. He knew all about me before I was born. He will always love me, even if I get into trouble. He gave me special talents. My talent is drawing. He loves to hear me laugh." She ended up by saying, "I love the way God made me." In those few words, a child reminds us of something our world too often forgets. Life is not an accident. It is a gift, known and loved by God from the very beginning. That is why we are here today. When we speak of respect for life, we are not talking about a slogan or a political position. We are proclaiming a truth at the very heart of our faith. Every human life is sacred, from the moment of conception until natural death, because each person is created in the image and likeness of God. Birth and death are the two great markers of every human life. Between them lies a sacred journey, one that no one else has the right to erase, discard, or diminish. Respecting life means more than opposing abortion or euthanasia, though those remain central moral concerns. It also means recognizing and confronting every that threatens human dignity. War and violence, poverty and hunger, homelessness, discrimination, addiction, despair, and neglect. When life is treated as disposable at any stage, it becomes easier to treat all life as expendable. Each human life is precious in the sight of the Creator. Each life has been given the highest dignity and called to the highest destiny, everlasting life with God. Our lives come from God, and our lives are destined for God. That is how valuable human life is. So valuable that God's only Son became one of us. Through the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, every human being is invited into God's kingdom. Because of Christ, we are never a people without hope. We walk today not in anger, but in hope. We trust not in ourselves, but in God who makes all things new. Even in suffering, illness, and death itself, the cornerstone of renewal stands before us in Jesus Christ, the living sign of God's mercy and love. If we are to truly respect life, we must listen deeply and consistently to the voice of God. Listening to Christ must become a habit and a priority in our lives. Today, as we stand and walk together, we proclaim a simple and powerful truth. Life, from the womb to the tomb, is a precious gift. And we recommit ourselves to building a culture that protects life, supports families, defends the vulnerable, and reflects the love of the God who created us all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for walking, and thank you for choosing life. And I'm so glad to see so many of you are here today, this morning, and to walk together, to raise an awareness that life is precious. Life at all points, all stages is precious in God's eye. And just as we look here, children, adults gather together to promote this. Life is precious, and help one another to become aware how important that is, that we need to treat each other with dignity and respect and with care, and help one another to grow and to help one another to bring peace to the world today. And it begins with each person, and it begins with our family, begins with our community, and all of us as a church and the people together. We bring peace and justice to the world today. Thank you.